Namaste, Jai Hind, and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. I'm Anand Narsimhan. Ladies and gentlemen, the show remains the same, the anchor remains the same, but we are trying to get you something more. In this edition of The Right Stand, you'll see an experiment where we are trying to get you many more stories, many more perspectives, and try and make it all the more engaging. Thank you for your patronage and keep the feedback coming. Tell us what you think about this effort. And of course, right at the top, before we hit our stories, I also want to thank the team who've been working tirelessly here on The Right Stand for making this possible. So let's go on. Get on, ladies and gentlemen. The big story first up comes up from Bangladesh, where in this Right Stand exclusive, we tell you that after Australia, UK and Canada, it's now Bangladesh. Bangladesh, where Hindu messiah is manifest. At least 14 Hindu temples were vandalized on Sunday in this northwestern region of Bangladesh in a series of orchestrated attacks overnight. 9 vigrahas in the Sindurpindi area of the Dhantala Union, 4 in Collegepara area of Padea Union, and 14 in a temple in Sahbajpur, Nathpara area of Charul Union, were reportedly vandalized. The attempt was also to deface the vigrahas. Bangladesh police claim they have launched manhunt to nab the culprits. The Hindu community has slammed and called the attack appalling, who claim that they are being deliberately targeted. And interestingly, these attacks are only on the rise. Hindu hate in Bangladesh, 14 Hindu temples have been vandalized. In Baliadangi, Upazila, the deities either destroyed or found in a pond with arms, legs and heads of the vigrahas dismembered. Temples located in Dhantala, Padia and Charul, where cops have launched a massive manhunt to nab unidentified persons. The modus is the same, the intent is the same, even if it is different districts in the same region. Now, as these instances are peaking, that there is a data that's been put out for 2022, ladies and gentlemen. 154 Hindus have been murdered, 66 Hindu girls raped, 128 Hindu temples destroyed, 481 Hindu deities vigrahas broken, 333 Hindus forced fed beef, 8,990 acres of Hindu land snatched away by radical Islamists. This is the claim that's been made by the Vice President of and also Iskon Kolkata spokesperson. He put it out on social media a few days ago, and he's joining us live at this point. Radharamn Das, along with Veena Sikri, former Indian High Commissioner to Bangladesh. Namaste and Jai Hind. Thank you very, very much for your time. Radharamn ji, those are some serious claims. And we have seen in 2022 these attacks spark. Even Iskon temples were targeted between 2021 and 2022. Durga Puja has been targeted. Saraswati Puja has been targeted. Temples have been targeted. What can you tell us about what happened in northwestern Bangladesh on Sunday?
Actually, every day they are attacking Hindu temples. They are kidnapping Hindu girls, killing small boys also. Every time I receive a WhatsApp message from Bangladesh or a call, my heart pounds. And when I pick the call or read the message, it always breaks my heart. It seems that the Islamists of Bangladesh have decided to finish off the remaining 7% Hindus much before the calculated date by which experts have predicted that there will be no Hindus left in Bangladesh, except maybe Indian consulate in Dhaka. In Bangladesh, they have just 3 days back, they killed Nirav Mandal. He was just 11-year-old boy, killed by Muhammad Sohail. Ratan Bose, a Hindu businessman, he was brutally killed before his own family. While they are killing the Hindu boys, Hindu men, they are kidnapping Hindu minor girls. Pinky Badya, Toma Mandal, Disha Roy, all these minor girls, they have been kidnapped in last 1 week. They also forcefully they made one video of Disha Roy where she is claiming that she has accepted Islam by her own will. But a 15-year-old girl who can't recite Kalma properly, How can she embrace a different religion? Just think about these people. This is happening every day. Yesterday, on Sunday night, three different mobs, they went to 14 different temples and they vandalized it. They broke the deities. So this is going for long. In 2021, we remember
Yes.
During Durga Puja celebrations, they entered Durga Puja pandals. They broke the deities. They entered Iskon temple. They broke the deities, burned the temple, and killed 2 of our devotees. We thought that will be the end. Even we approached United Nations, but nothing changed. Just few days ago, we got the report of 2022. We can see how many people, Hindus were killed, how many Hindu ladies were raped, how many acres, 9,000 acres of Hindu land belonging to Hindu families, that was snatched from them in 2022. And this is just beginning of 2023.
But this is
and we are
happening.
seeing.
Radharamnji, this is happening under the aegis of the Awami League and Sheikh Hasina, who's supposed to be very equanimous and, of course, disposed favorably towards peace, harmony, and also favorably towards Bharat. Veena Sikri ji, if I may ask you, could you put a finger as to why this spurt, or this has been a trend, this has been a perennial issue in Bangladesh? Who are these elements and who's giving them support?
Well, this is a very, very disturbing trend that Radharamnji has focused on, and that you are doing this program. It's a very good thing because it's extremely saddening and extremely disturbing that it's happening. As a very well-respected organization like Aino Salish Kendra, a human rights organization in Dhaka, they have published a report about 4,000 Hindus attacked in the last 10 years, and women raped, their land taken. Now, why is it happening? Why is it happening even particularly when you have a Prime Minister like Sheikh Hasina, who is definitely doing her best to restore confidence and faith among the Hindu population of Bangladesh, and she instructs her government very strictly to take action. But I feel that there is a kind of laxity at the lower levels, even in the Awami League, because many of the people who are attacked, and many of the people who lose their land, many of the people whose families are disrupted, they actually point a finger. They've given even interviews on record saying that while they have full faith in Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, at the lower levels in the Awami League, they see that this message does not reach there. And this message does not reach, and so at the lower level, there is the same land grab by the Awami League, there's the same land grab, destroying the temples, destroying the deities, affecting young children, girls, and so on. It's very, very disturbing. Now, in an election year, this is an election year in Bangladesh, 2023. The elections will be held probably early 2024, and it is expected that this will only increase because the focus of those who are attacking the Hindu community is to prevent the Hindu community from voting. Right. Because they figure that the vote of the Hindu community goes to the Awami League. And so if you scare them, and a lot of them are leaving the rural areas, they are in fact, some of them move off into India, some of them are moving to the cities, they don't want to be where they are. So that means that even though they're registered as voters, they will not be voting. And so you'll see the estimate is that the voting figure will go down sharply in that area. Now, Thakurgaon district, the whole district where these attacks have taken place in Thakurgaon district, this was at one time a Hindu majority area. I think in 1947 there were 55% Hindus there. Yeah. And there was a lot of talk even of this where this area of United India would fall, whether in Pakistan or in India. And now I think that just about 20% or less left in this area. So you can just see how the people are being pushed out, whether out of the district into the towns or cities, or they come to India, and it's extremely disturbing. Now, whether the political parties are doing it, It could be, there's been, you saw that even when Prime Minister Modi was in Dhaka in 2021 to observe the 50th anniversary of the 1971 Liberation War, even at that time there were riots. People died, lost their lives. That time it was blamed on the Hifazat-e-Islam. It's blamed on the Jamaat-e-Islami. It's blamed on the BNP. So all these political parties and Islamist radical organizations are blamed for it. But when is it going to stop? And I think it's very, very sad for Bangladesh's strong secular image that these attacks are continuing and, in fact, the numbers numerically increasing.
Well, so you're not the first person, Veenaji, who's saying that from the lower ranks of the Awami League also there is certain level of political patronage, and not just with Sheikh Hasina. But Radharamn, when in 2021, I remember Iskon temple, there were miscreants, there was vandalism, there was attack, and some of those people had actually interacted in an effort by the Iskon temple there during the time of Eid to try and promote communal harmony. They had come and partaken food, and then they came back to vandalize and attack. But what happens with the local authorities? Who's giving them political patronage? And why are these increasing attacks? This also reflects a failure on the part of the Awami League then.
Actually, it's very shocking. This is going constantly. Like since 1946, we have seen in Bangladesh, so many riots has happened. In 1946 Noakhali riots, thousands of Hindus were killed. Then in 1971, almost 3 million Hindus were killed, and millions of Hindu women were raped.
Right.
This is as par to this Holocaust, Jewish Holocaust. But nobody remembers, nobody talks about this Hindu genocide going in Bangladesh. And last year we saw that the population of Hindus is almost less than 8%, around 7% now. And some expert, he was telling that maybe in next 25 years there will be no Hindus left. So now we have to think. Everyone has to think. Why this is not stopping. We have only seen one thing, that from last 50 years, Hindu population is just declining, and now the attack has increased. It's never subsiding.
It's an increasing, worrying trend. But my final question, I'm running out of time, I have to move on to the next story. But Veenaji, can India take this up diplomatically? Or has India largely tried to stay clear, just making quiet backdoor engagements and conversations, but not overtly coming out and saying, we need to protect the interests of Hindus? Because for every other community, there are nations which will stand up for them, irrespective of where they are. But do you think Hindus are left in the lurch? Invariably?
No, I think that this has to be taken up. I am in favor of taking it up because I think that it is not only a question of religion. It is a question that an entire community, and a community which has not only contributed strongly to the welfare and prosperity of Bangladesh, but it is in the image of Bangladesh's secular heritage. Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, he was the one who put the word secularism in the constitution of Bangladesh, and that word is still there. So I think when you talk about secularism, you have to protect the interests of all communities. So I think it is an issue which has to be taken up. We do know that, of course, as you said yourself, that quietly, in an unobtrusive way, this is happening, and this is going to continue happening. But I think to restore the confidence of the Hindu community, I think our Prime Minister and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, they have both made very strong statements to restore this confidence of the Hindu community, and telling them, no, we are there to protect you. But then immediately when a statement is made, then some other incident happens, and that again pushes you further back. So like one step forward and two steps backward. So I think that we have to discuss this very quietly with Bangladesh as to how India and Bangladesh can work together to reverse this trend.
The hard hand
to do publicly to reverse the trend.
Well, the hard hand of the law seems to should be seen in action. The hard hand of the law in Bangladesh should be seen in action, that these vandals are punished, if not equally in the same measure, but even more stringent conditions than what they have perpetrated or the act that they have perpetrated. Veenaji, Radharamnji, thank you very much for joining us. We're going to move on to